here it is. You wake up in the morning, you're failing. So you blame the president, you blame Congress, you blame Greece, you blame the euro. I mean, construction industry, it's the mayor, and you wake up in the morning and you look in the mirror and you're not failing because it's the other guy's fault. It's the economy's fault. But if you looked in the mirror and said, I'm failing because of me, you wouldn't like it. And you change that. And I believe the common denominator of failure in any business is excuses. As long as you wake up and blame poor sales on the economy or an environment, then you have no motivation to make it better because it's not your fault. So wake up in the morning and own your failure. Look in the mirror and say, I'm failing because of me. You won't like it, and then you'll change it. But as long as you don't put it on you, you have no motivation to change it. So in short, if you own your failure, you'll own your success. If you don't own your failure, you'll never dig out.
Well, I think that personal ambition is worth fighting for. It really is something that if you don't fight for it, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. And if you regret it, you're going to be an unhappy person. You're an unhappy person that affects your family. So you see the chain of command all the way down, and it can be pretty devastating. What makes you happy enough in your life that you want to make other people happy?
Where will you be in your business, in your life in 36 months? Not because you hope, because you decide. How do you create your life? You get hungry for something, don't you? Who has done something in your life that once seemed difficult or impossible, and now it's part of your life? Who's got something in your life in this area? Say I. How did you do it? You created it 3 ways. Number 1, you decided there's something you wanted so bad that you unleashed all your desire. You became obsessed with it. If there's something you once envisioned and now it's real, it's because you didn't just envision it, you brought so much emotion to it that now it's in your life. It was once a dream, it was once a goal, and now it's in your life.
I always say first you got to be a self-motivator, because there are a lot of naysayers out there. There are a lot of people that are going to tell you that you can't do it, or it's impossible, it's not the right time, you're too young, and you're not the right fit. So you got to wake up every morning, look in the mirror, and encourage yourself. Because if you can be your own number 1 fan, then that's where it begins. And after you get your self-motivation down, it's about the self-generation. You got to be a self-generator. And that's not waiting for anybody. You got to get out there and do it yourself. Because if you get out there and do it yourself, people are going to acknowledge that they're going to acknowledge your effort.
What I don't think we should do is limit ourselves in any way, shape, or form in terms of what we think we're capable of. You know, and I think that's been part of the problem. We're relegated to these particular fields, and who says that you can only do those things? You know, unless it's something physically preventing you from doing it, in which case leave it alone. But other than that, go for it. Like, go for it. But just be prepared for what, you are going to deal with those, things. And when you find people that you can connect to who will support you, whether they're male or female, those are the people you need to keep in your life.
One of the big problems is sitting down and doing the work. And you gotta, and Pressfield talks about that in the most concise and beautiful way. And he labels it like an enemy. He calls it resistance. And that you have to sit down, you have to overcome resistance, and that the pro goes to work. And it doesn't matter if you're sick, it doesn't matter if you have kids, it doesn't matter what, you're a pro and you go to work. And that just, it puts it in your head that this is what I do. This is what, and you have pride in that. And then when you are in front of that keyboard and you look down at the count, it says, I got 1,000 words today. Put 1,000 words in. You're doing the work.
Yeah.
And out of that work, gems blossom. Little things, but you might have a day where you just write nothing but dog shit. So what? Show up again tomorrow. And tomorrow out of that dog shit, a flower will emerge. You never know. And that's the only way to develop to really develop your potential 100% in anything.
You've had those productive days. Remember the day when you were so productive, you literally worked through lunch and dinner, and you looked up at 7 o'clock, you should have been home an hour ago, and you're like, I hadn't had lunch or dinner. You know why? Because that day you were active, productive, hitting it, slamming, creative, and completely committed. Look, that's where you need to be today.
If you believe in yourself, if you constantly remind yourself after every defeat, after every setback, every time you get knocked down, I've got to say, if life knocks you down, try and land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. See, a lot of people, because of failure, they stop believing. Let me share something with you. You will fail your way to success. Yes. 8 out of 10 millionaires have been financially bankrupt. You will fail your way to success. It doesn't matter how many times you fail. It doesn't matter how many times people tell you that you can't do it. It doesn't matter if you don't have a dime in the bank. You will fail your way to success. What's very important is you're believing in yourself. You're constantly saying, somehow, some way, I'm going to make it. I remember a lady out of Detroit, Michigan. They called her Martha Jean the Queen. And she had a motivational message she gave all the time on the radio. And the question she would ask was, do you really want to win?
Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, or an hour, or a day, or even a year. But eventually, it will subside. And something else will take its place. If I quit, however, it will last forever. Listen to me, I'm telling you as I leave. I was homeless for 2.5 years. And the problem with most of you never felt no pain before. Y'all spoiled. Some of y'all spoiled. Just bottom line. Your parents have done everything for you. You never had to do nothing for yourself. You're spoiled. We're going to keep it real tonight. Some of you are spoiled brats. Every time you ever got in trouble, somebody in your house got you out of it. Every time you done something you're not supposed to do, people say, Eric, your mother's a tyrant. You're right. She kicked me out. You're right. She's mean, but she developed a man because she put me out there and said, you're going to have to grow up. And some of you have never learned to grow up. And so every time something get hard, you quit, you call mama. I dare you to take a little pain. I dare you. I dare you not to go home. Somebody said, I don't go home, I feel bad. Go through it. You ain't gonna die. At the end of pain is success. You're not gonna die because you feeling a little pain. I'm not eating like I eat at home. That's why you're about to go to the next level, because if you keep eating like you ate at home, you'll keep being a boy or a girl. It's time to become man, woman. So don't worry about a little pain.
There's a bunch of people that will say, yeah, well, I have a family, so, it's a great idea for you to just go out there and go crazy. I have people to support. You need to listen. Stop saying that. Stop saying any of those things. Every single person who has ever done anything worthwhile or exceptional or difficult or extraordinary, anyone, whether it's great artists or authors or mathematicians or whatever it is, everyone encounters difficulties. There is no easy road. It does not exist. It is impossible. Everyone has issues. If you have time to pursue a hobby, if you have time to do anything in your life, you can better yourself. And here's one way you never better yourself. When you come up with excuses for why other people are successful and you're not, that is dangerous. When you give yourself an escape, yeah, well, that's easy for you to say, you do this, you do this. Trust me, everybody has a hard road. I wanted to jump out a window several times during my young life. I wanted to jump in front of a train and just end it because it's too much pressure. Not really, but you know what I'm saying, theoretically. We all go through hard times. We all go through depression. We all go through doubt and moments in your life where it's really difficult and you're trying to figure out what your path is going to be. It's hard as shit. But Stefan and I were talking about this before the podcast starts, that is what makes you a person. And those difficult moments are what build your character. Show me a great man who's the son of a great man. That's what we're saying. These kids that are born billionaires, you're never going to be a self-made person.
We
have this ideal, this image that everything has to be great, that we don't want any problems because we're supposed to be happy all the time. We're supposed to be fulfilled. We're supposed to be full of joy and nothing's supposed to go wrong. But the problems are what make us have the other side of happiness. The harder our problems and the way we find solutions, the way we overcome those problems, the way we process them, be sad, be hurt, be annoyed, and push it out, learn from it, move on. The level of our problems is the level of our success. You know, you might want to be in a rock band and you want to know the feel of being up on stage and having all these people loving you and cheering. But if you don't want to go through the practices and the rehearsals and carrying your stuff in and out of you know, dumpy little bars and stuff like that all those years, then you don't want to take on that problem of learning in order to have the reward for being on stage and being a musician, right? If you want to start your own company and you just want to make the money and drive the fancy cars like so many of these websites you see, the $1 billion website and a bunch of people flashing money, you know, it makes you think, oh, I want all that happiness, but I don't want the problems to get there. Listen, that old saying, the smoothest rock is in the roughest part of the stream. If you've had problems, if you are having a problem in your life, how you overcome that problem, how you figure out solutions is the level of life that you get to live. Somebody told me once, the level of complexity you can handle is just correlates in so many ways to the amount of money and the happiness you can achieve. And again, I share this with my kids all the time. You don't know tall until you know short. You don't know happy unless you know sad. You don't know cloudy days unless you know sunny days, and vice versa. So what I'm sharing with you is your problems are here to sharpen us. Your problems are here to make us stronger. Your problems are here to find the solutions, and the more problems you can take on, the more problems you can get through and come out strong on the other side, the faster your life will go to the next level. Winston Churchill said the definition of success is going from failure to failure without losing your enthusiasm. Take it one step further. From problems to obstacles that you can overcome. They make you stronger. They make you have more grit, and you have the ability to go to the next level. Don't try to avoid problems. Fix those problems, get through it, find a solution, and watch yourself just step up the ladder of success. Whether it's real estate, whether it's success in your own life, your happiness, your joy, your abundance, you have the opportunity to look at problems differently. As a blessing, as a gift, as hard as some of them are, get over them and hit that next level, the one you deserve.
I want you to live and not be frustrated and upset all the time and full of hatred and bitterness and anger and mad at everybody because you're not happy. Why don't we just grow up and say, I'm going to take some responsibility. I'm going to be responsible for me. If I'm acting bad, it's not your fault, it's my choice. Well, I'll change if you'll change. You know what? You need to change whether they change or not.